Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get this fall look. It's a monochromatic, plummy, vampy look. I've done this before. I posted a picture on my Instagram a few weeks to a month ago. I don't even remember when. It was closer to when the DesiXKaty and Dose of Colors collab came out because that's what I'm wearing on my lips. So I did this monochromatic look a few weeks ago and I really liked it and I knew I wanted to film a tutorial on it. So that's what we are doing today. I used some products that I used to use and I wanted to try them out again, and also some new things that I got at Generation Beauty. So yeah, if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep on watching. So for today's look, I'm going to be using the Tarte, Tartelette, and Bloom palette, and also the Colourpop and iluvsarahii collab in her Saucey palette. So I put down Tarte Shape Tape to prime my eyes and just get that nice even looking skin tone. I did not put it on my lid though because I might go back in later and carve that out a little bit more. And I mentioned on my previous videos that I don't like to put it on and then put it on again later on because I feel like it just makes the eye look a little too cakey. But I'm just going to set that with Charmer from the Tartelette and Bloom palette. So to start this look out, I'm going to go in with Smarty Pants from the Tartelette and Bloom palette. This is just a nice neutral brown. And I'm taking that on a Morphe M504. Next, I'm going to take the shade Sweetheart from the same palette. And I'm taking that on a Morphe E22. Now going into the Colourpop and iluvsarahii palette, this is the Saucey palette. She has two different palettes from them. I'm going to take the shade Chic Happens, this shade right here. It's got more cool tones in it, but it matches the look. So I'm taking that on a Morphe M433. And I'm putting this shade directly into and right above the crease. Taking my Tarte Shape Tape on a flat concealer brush, I'm just going to carve out my lid before we put the next shade down. So before I do the next eye, I'm going to go in with the color that we want to use on the lid and set that before it dries down completely. I'm going to take Flower Child from the Tartelette palette, and this is just a light creamy color. You can use any palette for this really. And I'm just going to set that down. So now that I have this eye down, I'm just going to go and do this eye quickly off camera. So the reason why I chose a light lid shade today is because I wanted to use a colored gel liner for my wing that matches my lipstick because this is more of a monochromatic look. And I figured with the lighter shade underneath, it just makes the colored liner pop a little bit more. So I'm going to be using the Colourpop Best O gel liner. It's a deep plummy shade. I just put some of my Duraline in there, that's why it looks liquidy. I'm trying to get used to doing a liner on camera, so bear with me. The last tutorial I did, I think it was, or 2 tutorials ago, I can't remember, when I did wing liner, I realized afterwards that it looked so crooked before I put my lashes on, and I think it's just because I'm not used to doing it on camera. I'm like, normally I get super close to my mirror and stuff when I do it, so I'm working on it, okay? Now that I have my winged liner on, I'm going to go in with mascara and lashes. For mascara today, I'm actually going to be using one on my top lashes and one on my bottom. This is the the Lancome Monsieur Big mascara. I got this in what's it called? Ipsy swag bag when I went to Generation Beauty. I'm going to try to use a couple of things that I got in there just so you can see some of the free items you get when you go. Or, I mean, they don't have the same things every year, but just an idea of the type of things you get. And for lashes today, I'm going to be using the Allure Blogger Series lashes. And this is the Crazy Ray Ray lash. I heard that these were pretty similar to Iconics from House of Lashes, which I've never tried but always wanted to, so I'm excited to see how these look on. So I'm going to pop these two things on and I'll be right back. Quickly, I wanted to just show you what these lashes look like because I am going to be switching them. I do like them a lot, I just feel like they don't go with this eye look. I want something a little bit more natural, just more elongating. And if you're somebody that has really long eyes, you'll definitely like the Allure lashes because I had to cut off so much to get them to fit my eyes. Like, this one still needs more to cut off. So now we're going to move on to the face. I used my First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothing Priming Moisturizer Primer to prime because I wanted something a little bit more moisturizing today. And I'm also going to use my Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Primer just in the areas that I have more pores. The Tarte primer, since it is a little bit thicker, I like to just warm it up in between my fingers first. And then just push it into the areas that I have more pores. For foundation today, I'm going to be using the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. I might have to mix the shades. I have 06 and 09. I am a little bit paler than normal, so we'll see how 06 works. Wow. Forgot how full coverage this is. Before I go in with concealer, I'm going to take a little bit of the Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist and just spray my face just to add some dewiness back into it. For concealer today, I'm going to use a mixture of the Becca Aqua Luminous Concealer and the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. I like to use the Becca one closest to under my eyes because I find it doesn't crease as much because it's a very lightweight concealer, but the Colourpop one has more coverage. I'm going to set the areas I just concealed with the RCMA No Color Powder. Also, when I went to Gen Beauty, we got the Royal Langnickel Contour Brush. I have a bunch of these already. I always use this to set my under eye. So that is another thing that you got for going to Gen Beauty. So for highlighter today, I'm going to go in with the DesiXKaty Fuego highlighter from Dose of Colors. And I'm going to apply it using this fan brush from Tarte. This was another thing that I got for free at Gen Beauty. On top of the DesiXKaty highlight, I'm going to use the INGLOT Sparkling Dust Illuminator. This is in the color 02. And it's just a loose highlight. It's a loose highlighter. I'm just going to spray my brush once. And this is just going to intensify that highlight. For bronzer today, I'm going to use the Colourpop Pressed Powder Bronzer. This is in the shade California Dreaming, I believe. They don't have the shades on the back. They only have it on the unicarton, which I threw out. But I believe it is that shade. If it's not, it'll be listed below. contour, I'm going to use the Kat Von D Shade Light palette, and I'm just going to mix the middle and darkest shade. And I'm using it on a Morphe G41 because I just want to carve out the outer parts of my cheeks. And to contour my nose, I'm going to use a Luxie 213 brush and just take the middle shade in that palette. For blush today, I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Butter Blush in the shade Vintage Rose. Since I am doing more monochromatic eyes with the lips, I wanted to break it up a little bit with the blush. This has a little bit more peachy undertones. So moving back into the eyes, I'm going to take Sweetheart on a Morphe R41 pencil brush. And I'm just going to place that on my lower lash line. I'm also going to take more of Chic Happens on a flat brush. This is a Luxie 221, and I'm just going to place that as close to my lower lash line as possible, keeping it on the outer part of my eye. I'm going to take a little bit of Heavy Glam, the shade from the Colourpop and iluvsarahii palette, and I'm going to place that on my inner corner. And you don't have to do this step, you can just put something more neutral in the inner corner, but I wanted a pop of color. I'm going to tightline with the Maybelline Lasting Drama. This is just a black liner, you can use any liner. And I'm going to tightline with this just to make the lash line look thicker and more blended. I'm going to use the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Crybaby on my lower waterline. This just adding a light liner to the waterline just makes the eyes pop, and since this has more of a purple undertone, it's gonna help bring out the eyes even more and also match the look. For my lower lashes, I'm gonna use the Essence The False Lashes mascara. This has like a skinny to more thick wand. I also got this in the Ipsy swag bag from Generation Beauty for free, so I'm going to use this for my lower lashes. For lips today, I'm going to be using the Dose of Colors DesiXKaty Liquid Lip in the shade Sauvage. And it's just a super dark, plummy, that was a super bad swatch, but I just wanted to show the shade. It's a super dark, plummy, deep shade, and it matches really well with the liner we used today. And underneath that, I'm going to use the Mamacita lip liner from Colourpop and the iluvsarahii collection. So this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed. Overall, I really like this monochromatic look. The only thing that I'm not liking right now is the foundation, which is weird because I used to use that foundation all the time and I loved it, but I feel like, I don't know, showing more texture, just something is off about it. I felt like it looks dry or something, but it doesn't feel dry. I don't know, but I used to use it all the time. Maybe it's just my skin right now. But overall, I do like this look. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you get a notification every time I post a new video. I definitely want to post more fall looks, but I also want to start posting Halloween looks. So hit that subscribe button and follow me on my other forms of social media, and I will see you next time. Liquid lip in the shade, why can't I say that? The Dose lipstick in the oh my god.